Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're continuing on our shadow, about to ascend to a Saboteur actually. After we complete the labyrinth here, we're at the Aspirants Plaza. We're gonna do the first version.
Ascend with precision.
It's actually a short one. And the second labyrinth, honestly, isn't much longer than the first. It will be a while until we can do that though. So this is going to lead to the trial. Perfect. Haven't seen Izaro in a while.
Oh, the weary traveler draws close to the
We have the
end of
recipe for
path.
all resistances.
Slowness lends strength to one's enemies.
And we can actually let the idols power up. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna focus
Leadership
on
is a
Izaro.
life sentence. By the goddess, what ambition! Wisdom is the offspring of suffering and time.
And one skill point. Let's assign it to this intelligence node, and we can move south and grab a bit of dexterity. We could use Blood Drinker as well. Can't really make use of the life on kill, but we need to take what we can. That's a trove, but all we got was a couple of quality currency. Let's move. Oh, this is a dead end. Never mind. This was completely isolated.
When the time
So
comes
skitterbots
to
are going
strike,
to
an
offer
emperor
how much?
strikes without hesitation.
10% trap and mine
Entertain
damage.
is to dance
Was hoping
in
that would
death.
increase. We're sitting at level 6, really?
Some things that slumber should never be awoken.
And we have some gargoyles here, which we're going to destroy when we can. They give Izaro a lot of buffs.
Find your determination.
Yeah, that's a two-handed weapon.
You are inexhaustible.
In a four-leg.
Pity the emperor who sits alone on his throne.
So I believe we have to go right after we reach a fork. I think that's the fork. Okay, this is our chance. There's a lever here. One more right here.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Is this already open? No, never mind. You just have to flip. We're not gonna go back, so let's just find the exit This is going to be lay traps, and of course domain crossing. No, I think this is the best option. We could go to the left and we can access another zone, but realistically, what's going to be up here in this area? Probably a silver cache. No. Hey, 20% quality. This might be good. It has to be around here somewhere. Mansion Passage, that's not what we want. Maybe further north? Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. The Aspirant's Trial. We're gonna ascend in just a minute.
Aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises. You must navigate your empire through troubled waters.
That's not a bad piece. The thorns kind of ruin it, but
Stand your ground. Delight in your gilded dungeon, Ascendant.
okay, good. I'm gonna take these vestments. I'm gonna try the gloves. This one as well. Don't really care about the weapons. Yeah, we can move on. And that is a solid piece. This one, not so much.
Before your emperor,
108 energy shield.
before the goddess
Crit,
of
but it's not
justice,
enough.
You are worthy. Receive our blessings. Embrace
Hey,
our
not bad.
gifts,
And the
and
font.
rise.
Okay, we activate the altar.
For this
We
is
need
the
to
ending
select
that we
the Saboteur.
all
The
deserve.
artist need not be present to make a lasting impression.
And here we are. So we're going for Demolition Specialist here. 150% increased effect of auras. And they're gonna hinder enemies for 2 seconds. Mind throwing speed, area of effect. Pyromaniac is probably next. And dexterity. I'm gonna stash those, the amulet as well. The 4-link, why not? Should probably sell these. Can I swap the helmet right now? Fire pen, temporal chains, and the swift assembly. 56 life, 19 fire. Dexterity is good, intelligence is pretty good. And this one can be a triple res. You know what, though? No, Grace, Skitterbots. Do we need any resistances? Yes, but we can work without them.
Bring me back something nice, eh?
The aqueduct. I would definitely want to finish the dried lake. We have another skill point that we can grab from the quest in the mines.
Single working boat in sight. More walking and killing for me then.
Mess boots. That's a 4-link. We're gonna pick it up, although we do not have any essences. Essence of Contempt. Not
Just
what we
need a
need,
moment
but
to catch my breath.
okay, that's a buckler. We already have a colossal flask. And junk. Got a silver coin. Finally reached Highgate. Took us a lot of time, honestly. But I was not really in a rush, especially in the first couple of acts where...
We opened the gates to you for 2 reasons only. Dominus and piety. They made themselves our enemies. You made them dead. We Marraketh
where I had no idea what we're going to play with.
Our tribe. You are a man who has cut his ties, Shadow.
Pyroclast mine seems solid so far.
Can achieve the greatest of deeds. And the worst.
Level 35. I'm going to level in not Highgate. I'm going to level in the Dried Lake. Unless the density is awful. Then we can sell these 3 flasks and get a sacred one. Because it requires level 36. Oh, that's a mana siphon enemy. Okay, we're not going to be running out of alteration orbs. That was a lucky find. And this is Vol. A recipe for cast, attack, and warcry speed.
Sinner.
Let's use temp chains. There's a jewel. I'm gonna take the brigantine and the horn.
With a feather that size, I'm going to have to get a bigger cap.
We're level 36. That is enough. I much prefer the Saboteur portrait than the
Yes.
shadow, the default one. Now, is this any good? No. No. Chaos Dot with critical strike since implicit really doesn't mesh. Mind damage and chaos resistance. This is potential. Hey, not bad.
Go where you are needed.
So the banner is here. Can grab a bit more decks. Yeah, I like that idea. I'm gonna say hi to Nico.
Seems like the rain's brought out a few worms. Don't think I'm an easy mark, Exile. I've spent more than enough time around Exiles to know which way the dagger's pointing, and I'll happily give it a shove in your direction if you try anything wormy. Stay in the light, Exile. Look at that!
You walk to us upon the backs of the murdered. Though we are both forged upon the battlefield, we Marraketh are not like you. The gate is open, and the darkness calls.
She's talking about the mines. Now, we have a couple of options here. Tornado. Not exactly good. We could try one of these golems. Do we have a red socket available? No, we do not. Well, fine.
Go where you are
We can come
needed.
back here later. There's some sulfite. We
Just need 'em
could
swallowed
try
by the
delving right
darkness.
away.
And
This'll
I
do
seem to be
nicely,
causing it a
Exile.
little indigestion.
I have high hopes for that mask. It was almost good.
Another good find. Another good find.
Now the question is where the exit is. Is it further up? Spell damage and crit. This one is tempting, but we can't really specialize in crit yet. Come to think of it, we haven't even started leveling the gems. I need to go back to Act 1 and purchase one. Is it even available for a shadow? It better be. Oh, this is an exile.
Someone or something is keeping very busy in the bowels of this mountain.
I think the screen is shaking a lot more than it should. That can't really be a good thing. We can go south. Oh, this is Desert Spirit. Yeah, that... Was not expecting to find it
It's
here, but
always comforting to witness
works
an
just fine.
honest, permanent death.
freezes you when activated. Okay. We're skipping that one. Winter Orb. Oh, the days. The glory days of Winter Orb. Used to be a great skill. Now it's going to require so much investment. That all the fun is taken out of it. Yeah, I don't really like this. I'm not going to hunt with Einhar.
I do hope these constipated bowels don't find their release while I'm still inside.
And honestly, can we just stop talking about constipation? Let's move on. Sacred Mana Flask. How much is this going to recover? 480. It's honestly not that much.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
And that's a recipe for cold damage. So let's go back to Act 1. I'm going to buy the critical gem. We do have enough sockets for it. Are these items any good? Honestly, they're not that bad. We could use this one. But I doubt we can craft anything on it. And we're going to lose... Okay, I don't really care about control destruction. We can get rid of this one. Orb. Can sell this one. Can equip this one. And that, it's honestly not that good. The resistance is fine though.
Hello.
That's also junk. I don't really care about the links here.
Farewell.
Okay, that's a divination card. Did I pick? Yeah. Okay, that goes here. Can get rid of the wand. And what else? No, I think we're done.
Hello.
Mana Bond. Could try Still Skin. You know what, why not? How much strength do we need? 75, and we've got 133.
What little help I can offer.
And crit. Perfect. Blast Chain Mine. We're not going to be using those.
Goodbye.
Let's pick up the final skill book from Tasuni here.
I am Tasuni, he who peers into the gloom, who hears the black hearts that thunder within the mountain deep. I understand that you like to be called a shadow. An interesting thing about shadows, they are strongest in the day and are utterly consumed by the night. I felt it, saw it, the storm of her release. Our red Sakema is free to mingle once more with the red earth of her birthplace. Deshret was the howling wind, the lash and bite of the driving dust. Our wild Visteria is weakened by her absence no longer.
And this is our reward.
You've done yourself proud today, Exile.
So the ally is here, no real reason to talk to her. We're gonna dive into the dream of Doresso. Oh, one more point.
The Sword King. It was here in the pits of Theopolis that I made my name.
Need some life, desperately.
Wild boars before I could even be considered a man. In this, so glorious of arenas, I care nothing for your past, only your future. And for that, you will have to fight.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Yeah, we're gonna skip the uniques. This area can be really deadly with these rooster demons. They can shoot you from afar, and if they block you, well, the ones in the front block you, you can get hit by a lot of attacks. It's a 4-link staff. I'm gonna skip this one. And honestly, even the chainmail we're probably not going to use. Even the chainmail is gonna be turned into a chromatic orb. That's a Quicksilver. We're gonna transmute that right away. It's honestly not that great. But still. It's gonna give us an even higher burst of speed.
People of the gutters, steel your bellies for the slaughter.
Oh, this is Barcool. Let's kill him. I'm not going to bother with the incense until everything is essentially gone. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
An adequate performance challenger, if a little messy. Yet Barcool and his stinking flock were simply an audition. Let us see how you fare in the grand arena of Theopolis.
Hey, there's a unique for us. I think this is a low-level claw. Level 12. Not the most exciting item, but we're gonna get a decent chunk of life here.
It is here that
Yeah.
I first laid eyes upon my true purpose. My Lady Merfair.
Cold damage to spells. We're definitely gonna use this one
What do you fight for, gladiator?
on a nice scepter. Maybe we should wait until Act 5.
Die a death worthy of applause, gladiator.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Hey, what was that? That's a jewel. No, honestly... Hey, it's not that bad. I mean... Fire damage multiplier. Who would want something like this? Fire trap, maybe? Or maybe... Righteous Fire. Does Righteous Fire scale with damage over time multiplier? I bet it does.
The way you fight reminds me of how it feels to be possessed with the idea of victory. A king of swords is not.
Okay, let's open a portal. You never know when we're gonna need something like this.
Is this a joke to you?
Oh, can you sing one for me too, Mervale? Something
upbeat. Bone ring.
Deshret has ascended and returned, as we all must, to the dust of Vestiri.
Yes, Deshret is reunited with the Void. We need to... This one was almost good. With a bit more life. Could have used this one. Minion resistances, everything else is almost useless. Yeah, the chainmail I'm gonna get rid of. I'm gonna keep the boots.
Will be remembered.
So this essence, we're gonna use it. Could try... Yeah, these boots are not really up to the task at this point. And then again, neither are those. 40 life is good. How much can we craft? Can we craft... I'm just going to check the crafting bench here. 10 to 14. Yeah. Even 10% is fine. So realistically we gain 30 life, a lot of armor, and what else? Lightning resistance and chaos resistance, yeah. Gonna keep those. Not sure about the flask. And we need to go back to the crystal vein so we can dive into Kaom's dream.
Pried the desire from Duresa's dead hand, did you? Bye-bye.
And this is a fire-themed area. Our fire resistance is pretty solid. I doubt we're gonna have a lot of problems.
just need a moment to catch my breath.
Another holy chainmail. Can't really turn that one into a chromatic ritual scepter. I'm gonna wait for something with a bit more implicit damage. And the exit is where? Probably up the ramp and then all the way to the west. No. All the way to the east. Yep, it's right here. Chaos Stronghold. Let's activate this one. I'm heading back. I want to check with Petarus and the girl and Vanya to see if we can
I used to
get...
hunt your kind back in Theopolis, Shadow. I've seen what you do to people, and I know why you do it.
Why stop?
Can sell this one. Honestly, not a bad drink. In total, this is about 28, it's 43. Resistances, I'm gonna buy this one. Craft some life on it, if we really need it.
Be careful.
What
Do you have
want?
any scepters? This one is pretty useless. The iron scepter, I think that's even lower on the totem pole, well, on the implicit strength than the ritual scepter. Nope, these are pretty useless. This is... no.
I'm watching you.
Back to the stronghold. I'm going to activate the life mastery for 50 to maximum life. This new modifier, 15% increase maximum life, if there is no modifier on your body armor. I like that a lot, but we do have life, so... I guess it's mostly for endgame unique items with no life.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Right, so we're looking for an entrance or a ramp leading up, like this one. And now we go all the way to the west. Okay, so how about this way? Yep, this is the narrow bridge, and we can get to the Caldera of the King.
Another head before my belt.
And Calm is obviously not happy to see us, or maybe he is. Can't really tell which is worse.
Ancestors, blood and fire!
Okay, I definitely have to turn screen shake off. This is getting a bit annoying. Is it on the UI? Yeah. So we need to talk to Diala. No, we can do that later. Let's go to the crystal veins. We can speak to her here.
Fury and desire together again. Num Num's time, my little rapture.
And our rapture is going to penetrate this. I'm not even sure what it is. Wall of crystal. So we can enter the belly of the beast. We're gonna speak with Diala back in town when we're done here.
An amazing creature, this beast. Almost ashamed to kill it.
Almost. Boots. Well, it's worth the chromatic at least. Ruby ring? No. I have no idea where the entrance and exit is here.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
I'm just hoping it's not on the upper right part, because that would be one hell of a detour. Oh, that was a silver coin.
Not all murders are equal.
And we're gonna pick up the riveted gloves. We seem to be in the right direction. Sacred flask. And the belly of the beast level 2. So, what do we need to assign here? Could grab some crit, or we could get... Could get some life here. Could try herbalism. This is a pretty important cluster. There's also crit here. We have the option to grab survivalist if we need the resistances. Okay. No, this is a dead end. Absolutely horrible. Okay, every single gem leveled up. What just happened here? We need to be level 44. Okay, that was strange. I'm pretty sure these gems were not due to level up, at least not anytime soon. You rarely run into an issue like this unless you're grinding low level areas. Bowels of the beast. Okay, it's time for piety. This is not gonna be an easy fight. Most of these are honestly pretty useless.
Money back guarantee, Shadow.
Does that beam face and never... Okay, I wanted to say we should be moving around, but the beam phase lasts quite a lot. Did that change, or do I remember this wrong?
Well done, assassin. Another satisfied customer.
Another satisfied customer. Okay, these boots are actually solid. The shackled ones we should probably sell. I'm also going to keep the ceremonial seal because that's a lot of resistances. So the boots we're gonna keep.
Stay those mortal instruments of yours, Shadow. I have no wish to test my longevity nor my sanity a third time. It was
It was Malachi, indeed. Did you guys know that? I bet you didn't. Well, now you do. The second rank of elemental resistances, and we're going to activate the waypoint and head back to town.
Piety. That sounds even stranger when I say it out loud.
Well, I wouldn't really call it working with piety. We're gonna have some socket color problems. We need green sockets. Okay, I can stash these boots for now and the shield ring as well. We have 20 of these coins. I've been putting off trying the new League content for quite a while. I'm gonna sell these. Probably these as well.
What do you want? Go where you are needed.
So we're gonna defeat the 3 guardians and then Malachi. We have to climb the mountain. And after that, we're gonna be in Act 5.
You will make such lovely material.
Come on, Chevron. We don't really have time. Chop, chop.
Such lovely material.
For someone so obsessed with looks, that wasn't a pretty death.
Wait until you see Doedri. This area consists of essentially 2 large loops. That's a scouring orb. We're definitely gonna need that one. Doedri. Something I didn't know about this fight is that if you curse Doedri, she's going to essentially consume the curse and gain a lot of power. It's temporary, but can easily one-shot you. Especially if you're standing in the vulnerability zone, like I do.
Oh, do stop mumbling. Just need a moment to catch my breath.
So Maligaro, he's I want to say the easiest of these 3. can curse him, no problem.
Be still. You're the greatest form I never sculpted.
And time to
I
go
don't know
back.
much about art, but I know what I like.
Before we walk this path together, it's important that you understand one thing about me. The moment I set eyes on you in Axiom that day, I knew you were something special. Never before had I seen such a perfect balance of physiology and thaumaturgy, death and nightmare. A perfect killer.
I followed your performance, my anti-hero of hubris, and I very much enjoyed it. Now you and I will create the most nightmarish finales together. We're going to make your death really count for something.
Now, Exile!
Okay, that was lots of damage.
Now, Exile!
Is he weakened?
Embrace
Yes.
the future. Let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare.
Got another wonderful fight ahead of us. Gotta avoid these traps. Having a totem here is very useful because you can use it to detonate all these red circles. Well, they're not really circles. Octagons.
Nightmare gave me so much more. Accept the gift of immortality.
Somehow we avoided that.
Nightmare is the true eternal.
Alright, now it gets a bit more serious.
Why are you so in love with death?
He's vulnerable again. And quiver, no, we're good.
It took a shadow to destroy the darkness. The progeny of light, bound to obey the candle whether he likes it or not. I know that's not quite what you expected to hear, but then the expected is not always what's needed. You have come to the end of the world, and now you need to return to the beginning. The corruption will pass.
Right, the people here will want to talk to us, but we don't have the time for that.
I thought you were going to teach us how to survive, Shadow. Instead, you've given us all the chance to do far more than just that. You've given us a chance to live.
Yeah.
Sell the unique. This belt isn't really worth keeping. This one has room for a prefix and a suffix. Evasion is pretty good. If you craft life on this one, it's gonna be okay-ish, but... so we're level 40, we can't use the next tier of flasks yet. We can keep the orb. Level 15. Evasion rating. Tell me more. Let's try to figure out what's going on with Diala here. Do we have a gem available?
Is that in your eyes? That glistening? That softness? Is that pity? A shadow returns from the darkness. A shadow that stinks of vengeance served. A shadow drenched in the end of the world. We dreamed only the greatest dreams. Malachi and I. A truly eternal empire. Eternal life. Eternal love. A future no longer afraid of the past. Take this. I've given everything else to him.
So we could grab some projectiles. That's definitely going to work, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be a damage increase. Minefield. Yeah, minefield. Minefield looks good. Unleash and volley. None of these are particularly good.
Still, I live.
Is minefield better than added lightning? Could test this out. So we're gonna throw 4 additional mines, but we're gonna have 55% less mine throwing speed. Honestly, the animation looks a bit silly here. Ailment stun and curse mitigation. So we flip the lever and the teleporter is open. Can't really assign these until 42 and 44. More dexterity. I'm gonna activate the waypoint. You can see the overseer up there. He's definitely not happy to see us. The enemies here are very difficult to deal with. Lots of physical damage. They curse you, they maim you. And honestly, I'm going back to added lightning. Minefield is truly awkward at this point. Could be a damage increase, but I feel like it's going to get us killed. We need to get to the other side of that barricade, but we need to go south first.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Right. Overseer Crow. Nothing good here. We are at the tower though. That's a pretty important milestone. 75 evasion. I thought this was life. It has room for a prefix and a suffix. That is a pretty incredible ring. Can live without the strength. How much fire resistance do we have? We're capped. We're doing great. I'm gonna sell this one. But honestly, the buckler... No, can't really use the attack speed. I'm gonna get rid of that. And that.
An exile returned. How is that even possible?
It's actually complicated.
Out of the darkness to claim the souls of our enemies, like Hinekora in the stories my mother used to tell me. Well, your divine intervention gave us just the diversion we needed to take this tower. So if you keep doing things like that, then I might have to start believing in the gods again. And thank you for finishing off that last overseer for us.
It was Overseer Crow. We have another ring to pick here. I'm going to try cold. Wait. No, fire and lightning. And it's absolutely worthless.
For freedom.
Oh, Valenta is here. She has a quest for us.
These assorted ignorami, I'm not surprised to see you here. The beast is dead, all thanks to you, I suppose. I was listening to the beast's death rattles when these lunatics broke in, wrecked the place, and dragged me here to tend to their cuts and bruises. Some time ago, I fabricated a device able to sense and amplify the corrupt murmurings of Wraeclast. A miasmeter.
Miasmeter.
Farewell.
We're gonna find that miasmeter actually. Let's do it now. We're gonna enter the control blocks. Usually you can find the laboratory where the miasmeter is if you go essentially to the west.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Hey, that's a mine. And it's the one we're using. Okay, we need to get to a safe area. Exsanguinate. Yep. They've been busy. Still people inside whatever that is. Of course, after seeing the Lunaris temple, this is hardly a surprise. Let's actually exit to character selection. We're going to sell some of the flasks since we are level 42.
I simply can't express how wondrous it is to see you. What? No, not you, Exile. The miasmeter. The hope of humanity lies in this beautiful device and the precious knowledge it shall divulge.
There's a reward for us.
Where was I?
And we're going to assign that... We're not going to need a lot more resistance at this point. We might pick this one. Yeah, the dexterity is fine.
Freedom comes to those.
Any good ones for us? No. 26 life is not worth it. And we're gonna sell everything.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Should I level this again? It's going to offer 9% increased area of effect. That is not a bad improvement. We're gonna have to level it though first. Let's place it here, remove it so I don't click it by accident. Storm Blast. We're gonna get rid of Storm Blast. Weakness, Icicle Mine. Yeah. Okay, I think that covers it. We made quite a bit of progress. Can increase the level of these gems. Swift Assembly requires level 44. Couple more ready to level as well. I think this is a good place to end the episode. We've covered a lot of ground in this episode, and in the next one we can continue with Act 5, hopefully defeat Kitava. Well, I say hopefully. There's not much stopping us. Maybe we have to grind a bit in the chambers before we fight the second boss. Well, yeah, the second boss, which is the High Templar. What was his name? Innocence? Yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying Path of Exile and the Trial of the Ancestors. And I'll see you in the next part.